okay.
Yeah, I'm putting fertilizer. That's fertilizer.
So we're planting corn. So that's fertilizer?
Yeah, we're just putting that'll be laying the fertilizer right on the seed.
So where's the seeds?
Well, the seed are in that big hopper and they blow down right here.
Okay, the seeds are in that thing and they blow down. And
I mean, it's just a little, but there's a meter here that distributes the seed.
so how many seeds does it plant at one time?
Well, we're putting 34,000 seed per acre, so
34,000
it's dropping the
seeds per
seed
acre.
about every 7 inches in each one of those rows.
Okay.
This meter drops it out. They spread them out about 7 inches apart.
All right. Here we go. And how many acres does that thing holds before we have to reseed it, or?
One of those tanks, we put 100, what we call 100 bushels. 100 bushels, 80,000 seeds. So,
How do you know what route to go? Obviously, you've been doing it for a while, but.
well, it marks. I'm mapping the fields here.
Oh, okay, with this thing right here.
But I mean, honestly, I can see it in the field. I'm gonna lay a marker out right here to help me
Okay.
see it going out there now. Well, it's gonna be the center of my next track.
Oh, you're gonna be able to see that when you turn around.
Well, I hope so.
Okay.
That's the point of it, yes. Just making a mark in the field when I follow the next phase.
Okay. So are we planting the seed now?
You are. That's showing a map. This map in this field as I'm planting.
Okay.
See, I'm going by your house right now. See a picture? There's your house right there.
Oh, that's cool.
See, there's your house. There's your driveway. I got you on camera. You didn't know it.
So what's in those tanks up front? Those yellow
That's
tanks?
fertilizer. That's
the
what you saw
fertilizer.
coming out there.
Okay.
We only put 6 gallons to the acre, so it's a very small amount of that. That's what they call starter fertilizer. I'm putting it right on the seed. It's only good for a couple of weeks. It just helps get to the plant up real quick.
What's the most difficult part about doing what we're doing right now?
I mean, it's like your job at night, it gets kind of monotonous or something, you know. I guess. Of course, you're most dangerous is people. With you, the most dangerous to me is this piece of equipment.
How often do you see coyotes and all type of animals running around?
Yeah, they're not gonna bother me.
I'm sure they get out the way of the tractor.
Oh yeah, they run. Well, you'd be surprised. They'll hang pretty close, but they're not gonna let me run over them. If I step out of that cab, they run. If I'm in this cab, they kind of watch you.
Right. Feels good in here, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's got a nice air conditioning. Is it cold?
No, it feels good.
I try to keep it cold so it keeps me awake.
Now, what's that 1730 number over there?
That's a motor RPM.
Oh, okay.
We run a motor pretty slow, save fuel. I'm kind of setting my speed, but I put it in a gear and I just slow the motor down to where to the speed. I'm trying to run a little bit. I'm trying to run under 6 mile an hour. It does a more accurate job if you run slower.
Now, with all the rain that we sometimes get, I should say a lot of times get, does that ruin the crop?
I mean, if it stays long enough in a puddle, it'll kill it. Yeah.
Okay.
And then corn is more tolerant to water. Wheat water usually hurts it. It might not kill it, but it'll turn it yellow.
Yeah.
It just doesn't produce many seed. Well, wheat likes a dry crop. At least the one that's producing its seed.
Mm-hmm.
Corn likes to be wet, but it doesn't like to be standing in water.
And it takes about 4 or 5 months for it to grow.
Yeah, we'll pick this in September.
Okay.
Corn is what they call a hybrid, and you can plant the seed, but it won't produce very good corn. The second generation, they raise corn and they cross-pollinate corn to get a plant that will produce a lot of bushels. If you replant this same corn, it won't do very well. Now, that's not true with wheat. Wheat is not a hybrid. I mean, you can take what we harvest this year and plant it next year. Well, as a matter of fact, we plant the same wheat again and again about 4 or 5 years before we get new seed. And corn, soybeans, you can reproduce and redo. Now, actually, with what they call Roundup Ready, meaning you spray Roundup over the top of it, it's against the law to do that, but the beans they'll produce well.
Now we're not talking about the Roundup that we would buy at Lowe's.
Well, honestly, it's the same stuff.
Same stuff?
What you buy at Lowe's is just not very concentrated.
So how much does this piece of equipment cost?
$280,000 a tractor. The planter back there is probably $100,000.
Okay.
It's bumping to $150,000.
Well, you can see the marker pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty dusty today. Now, at night, sometimes it's not as easy to see.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. How deep does the corn
Try to
plant?
put the seed about 1.5 inches.
About 1.5 inches.
Wheat wouldn't be but about 1/2 inch, and then soybeans are 3/4 of an inch. I'm going down here to start back, head down that hill there.
It's out there already done?
No, this hasn't been planted.
So it's gonna take a couple of days to get way out there, huh?
No, I hope to have this done tonight.
All of that out there?
All this right here, yeah.
That's good.
I hope so, anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, thank you.
It'll be late though. It may be 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Really?
Yeah.
What time did you start today?
6:30. It's supposed to rain tomorrow morning, so I'm gonna run pretty late.
So you started at 6:30 this morning, and you don't plan on stopping until about 4 or 5 in the morning.
Right. That's why I said you get a little tired.
A little. Y'all work over, what, 15 hours a day?
Oh yeah, sometimes straight through. You know, I mean, I won't. That's because it's going to rain. I normally would go to bed and I'd leave the field about 12 or 1 o'clock.
Be back out at 5 or 6?
Well, we'll be out here about. You know, I'll be in the field at 7. You know, we'll leave the house about 6. I usually get about 4.5, 5, 4 hours sleep. It's just so important to get beans planted behind that wheat as quick as we can.
Why is that?
Because their season is so short, and they need to grow as long as they can. Every day means a lot growing for that plant. What happened? It ran out of seed. I'll fill it back up. It's supposed to be coming in all
How many
the time.
cars today?
So you just filled it back up?
Well, I'm blowing seed right now. You see it dust blowing? That's air going to. Those little boxes don't open that much.